Welcome guys, my name is Lukasz. Welcome to today's seminar, which is called Secrets to the Flatter Tummy. So for those of you who have any concerns or who wants to burn some fat, improve their energy level, decrease the level of chronic disease, or for instance lose some weight, that's the seminar for you. So what are we going to do today? We're going to talk a little bit of how to do that, and then we're going to look on the science behind it, because I'm sure you all heard that. Like, there's so many videos on YouTube and everywhere. Like, we are actually bombarded with the information regarding losing weight, burning fat, and all that. Okay, so today I'm going to try to show you my approach and show you what way I understand that and what way I do this with people who are working with me. But before we're going to start into this, let me just explain you and introduce myself. So some of you might know me, some of you might don't. So my name is Lukasz, I'm from Poland, I'm 30 years old, I'm in 10 years already in fitness industry. Starting off as a personal trainer, then working my way up into fitness director on board Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and then since 2 years I'm working in Swan Leisure Center as a strength and conditioning coach. So the benefits of me working on the cruise ships, it gives me opportunity to work alongside people from all over the world. So it doesn't matter what your age groups, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what your fitness level. The things that I'm going to show you today work with everyone. All right? So let's start it. Secrets to flatter tummy. Right. Burn fat, improve your energy, decrease the level of chronic disease, lose weight, and that's it. So what are we gonna do? So let's just take that off. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm gonna show you now, I'm gonna show you, let's put this triangle. Okay, let's just say we have the triangle of success. That's the way I like to call that. Okay, so we have this triangle of success. All right. Now, if I'm going to ask you something, so when it comes to losing weight, improving your sleep, improving your energy, burning fat, what is the first thing you need to do? Obvious, yeah? You got to go to the gym. So what you need to do, you got to exercise. Okay, so we're going to put exercise on the top. What is the second thing that you need to do? Oh God, yeah, we all know what we need to do. So what is the second thing? Some of you might say diet. I don't like the word diet because diet starts and ends. So what I'm going to tell you here, what I'm going to put that here, it's nutrition. Okay, nutrition sounds a lot better, and nutrition doesn't have the end date. Basically, nutrition is your lifestyle. Okay, so let's just leave that on for now. Now, how many of you heard about that you need to, in order to improve your, improve your sleep, increase the level of injury, increase the level of energy, lose weight, burn fat, you need to start exercising. So what are we doing at that time? We're going to gym, all right? But does everyone goes to gym? Or when it comes to food, like we all know that in order to, deal with our concerns, achieve our goals, we need to implement those two things. However, do we all do that? Not really, okay? But let me just bring that ideology, and then let me just ask you something. What would you do? So today I'm going to give you something. Yes, I'm going to give you a bit of knowledge. So I'm going to give you a guidance on what to do in order to get where you need to get. But is that knowledge a power? Yeah? Is the knowledge a power? Because some of you might say yes. In my opinion, knowledge is only potential power. Like, think that way. You just bought a book, okay? You know that if you finish reading that book, you're gonna learn something that you really want. Now, do you always read that book, or you take time reading that book? Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. In order to get those things going, what you need to do? What would be the last one? The last one would be action, ladies and gentlemen. So in order to get exercise, in order to get nutrition, we need to put our words into action. So we actually need to physically start doing those things. Now, let's just break this down. So what you think? Let's just take as about percentage. So let's just say 100%, okay? That's our total, 100%. How much would be exercise? Okay, I want to ask you this question. So think of it. I'm going to give you the answer in a second. So exercise, ladies and gentlemen, I might disappoint you, I might surprise you, but exercise is only 20%. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Exercise is only 20%. While the action and nutrition, I'm going to put that together. That's the rest of 80%. So 20% of exercise, 80% of nutrition and action, that's going to give you 100%. However, what else will you need to do in order to get those two going? We already said it's action, okay? So we need to do things. Nowadays, yes, you can exercise in your home, but normally you will need to get the gym membership. Okay? So then already, what else would you need to do? Because in order, to get that going, you gotta go to gym. What else would you need? Sometimes, if you are new to that, you will need to have PT. So you need someone to guide you through your journey. What else would you need? Time, ladies and gentlemen. You need time as well. What else? What about food? If we eat food, what about quality food? Quality nutrients, good quality food. Would that cost you more? Yes, it will cost you more. So we need to invest into food. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, in order to get those two things going, we need to get that going. And some of you might say, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym. Like I work a lot, like I have my family, I have my kids, I literally don't have time. What about food? Obviously, it's easy to get the cheap food. It's easy to get the takeaway. It's harder to make your food by your own. What about PT? Yes, it's an investment. What about gym membership? Another investment. But, ladies and gentlemen, so if your goal, you need to be really honest with yourself. If your goal is one of those goals that we mentioned before, like you want to improve your energy levels, you want to have better quality of life, you want to be healthy, you want to lose a little bit of weight, you want to lose a little bit of weight, these are the things that you will have to do. Now, I could do this seminar and I could be nice. I can tell you all the nice things that you want to hear. But will that change anything? No. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be honest. Okay? I'm going to be honest. You might not like it, what I'm going to tell you, but that's what will get you towards end of the results. So we already said it. We need to implement these 4 things in order to achieve our goal, right? Okay, so let's look on that. But what else? So we already say that we need to go to gym, we need to start training, we need to start paying attention to the food that we are eating. But how's that going to relate to your chronic disease? Because that's a huge aspect and we're going to talk about that a lot. Let's just think about it for a second. Now, what is the biggest thing that we as a human beings do wrong? Okay? Let's just say you just got some disease, like you just got sick and you have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. What are you doing in the meantime? What do you do as soon as you realize that you got that disease? You're going to see the doctor, right? So what is the biggest thing that we do wrong? We are waiting for things to happen. Yes, we are waiting for things to happen, and then when it actually happened, that's where we are asking for help, and sometimes it might be too long. So what we should do instead of waiting for things to happen to us, we should be proactive, okay? We should be proactive and we should think of the things that can happen and take actions long before they can actually happen. Right, now there are other questions for you. Now, most of us, we own car, yeah? We own car, we drive our car, so what you do to your car every 6 to 7 months? Service, ladies and gentlemen. You do service to your car. Now, why you do that service? You want your car to last longer. Perfect, that's understandable. I want my car to last longer. Now, when you do your service to your car, so what exactly you're doing? You're taking the old oil out and you put in the new oil, okay? So what's that gonna do? That's gonna extend the life of your car. Perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I would ask you a question, when was the last time you did service to your actual body? That's a good question, yes? Now, we all brush our teeth in the morning. We all brush our face in the morning. What would happen if you wouldn't do that for 7 days? Yeah, you wouldn't want to speak to anyone because of the breath. Now, think of the body. Think what's going on inside. Yeah? So if you're looking after yourself on the outside, look after yourself inside. How are we going to do that? Nutrition. Yep, that's why nutrition is very important. Because everything what's going on inside going to have reflect on the outside. Healthy body inside is healthy body outside. So if we discuss that, so I'm not going to go deeply into exercise because that's only 20%. I'm just going to focus a little bit more on the nutritional aspect, and I'm going to focus a little bit more of how the fat is being break down, how the metabolic action occurs inside your body. Because once you understand that, I hope that will open your eyes and that you will put more attention to your nutrition, because this is crucial. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're gonna go back to the chemistry class. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the pH scale. Okay, I'm sure all of you remember that pH stands for potential hydrogen. So the middle it's 7, here we have 14, and then we have 0. So on that side we have acid, and on that side we have alkaline. Acid, alkaline, we all know what acid is. Alkaline, that's the health. So the other question is, ladies and gentlemen, if I would ask you, in what stage of life we as a human beings, we are the healthiest we could be? When is that? So ladies and gentlemen, the healthiest we could be, it's a newborn child. 2-3 months, they're the healthiest. And how we can discuss that. So think of it, if your child eating something, yeah, they're gonna digest it straight away, and then they're gonna go to toilet. It's gonna be digested straight away. And then when we're getting older, things tends to be slowing down. But what would you do to your child? Like, let's just say your child just ate something and it hasn't digested. You didn't go to toilet straight after. You will start getting concerns. Yes, because, you know, it doesn't digest things the way it should. Think of the human beings. What happens when we're getting older? Yes, we're getting older. We are 15, 16, 20. We are still fine, full of health. What happens when we are 30, 35? What happens? Like, a lot of times we have those concerns such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, lethargic, low energy levels, bloating, all of those type of concerns. So what happens then? Our body goes here. So when we are born, we are around 7, 11, okay? Now what happened next? When we're getting older, our health levels go down. Why our health levels go down? It's a good question. And that's gonna bring me back to another thing. Now, so let's just leave that here for now. That's your pH scale. We're gonna get back to it. Let's just look now how your body is breaking down fat. So here we have the fat cells. Now, which organ is responsible for breaking down fat? Does muscles burn fat? No, muscles doesn't burn fat. Liver is responsible for breaking down fat. So the fat cells, they being break down by liver. What happened next? What is the fuel for your muscles? Sugar, glucose, okay? Sugar or glucose. So what happened next? Fat cells are being break down by liver, then they are turned into sugar and glucose, and that's how your muscles are working. That's where your muscles get in the fuel. Okay, so that's just basic metabolism. That's how your metabolism should work. Now, what happens? So why our health levels go down? What happens then? So, ladies and gentlemen, nowadays we are exposed to tons of toxins from all over. Like the pollution, the air that we breathe. Yes, stress level, cortisol. Yes, that's also toxins. Food. What kind of toxins we have in the food? Additives. Yes, preservatives. Yes, they preserve the food. They extend the product life on the shelves, but they decrease in our life. Okay, so what happens? How's that all related to your metabolism? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain you that now. Your liver has 500 different metabolic actions. One of those actions is breaking down the fat. The second action is getting rid of the waste product. So here in the middle, we have a lymphatic drainage. Does any of you know what lymphatic drainage do? It's a natural defensive system. So what we are doing here, we're getting rid of those toxins. Okay, that's a natural defensive system that your human body have. So we have those toxins, yes, from all over. They going over here to liver. And liver, it's releasing those toxins away. Yes, that's the way our body is designed. However, ladies and gentlemen, what would happen if we have excess of toxins? Your body gonna start store those toxins in lymph nodes. Okay, so that's like a little nose on the sides of the lymphatic drainage. What would happen next? So if we have excess of those toxins, oh, hold on. Now, let's just ask, where are the lymph nodes located in the human body? Here, here, on your belly, over here, tights. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to ask you another question. When it comes to losing weight, okay, let's just say you work with PT, you stick with your diet, with your nutritional plan. What happened next? You start to losing weight. Where is the first signs of losing weight? Your face. Here, arms, legs. Where is the hardest way? Here, here, thighs. Why? Lymph nodes. So that's the place where we store those lymph nodes. And that's why it's harder to get there. So now, ladies and gentlemen, so when we have excess of those toxins around here, you know, and those toxins come from everywhere. If your liver has 500 different metabolic actions, okay? So your liver has to deal with all that. What would happen when we have excess of that? Excess, more than we expected. Your liver doesn't have enough time and energy to get rid of all of them. What will happen next? Those toxins, they're all going to move over to your fat cells. All right? So now we have your fat cells full of toxins. What will happen next? Now, ladies and gentlemen, think of what is the natural defensive system of the human body. Let's just say you walk. Yes, you walk and you twist your ankle. What happened to your ankle? It swells. Yes, it swells up. So what happens then? Your body sends water to that area in order to protect it. But would that fix it? Would that water fix something? No, ladies and gentlemen, the water is only going to dilute. So it's not going to fix the issue. So let's just say, okay, your fat cells, they're full of toxins, okay? So that's the emergency in your body. So what your body's going to do? They're going to send water around it. Okay, so now we have water around your fat cells. It's hard for liver to access those fat cells. So think of it. So now it's hard for your liver to access those fat cells. Fat cells, that's a source of energy. So now it's hard for liver to access those fat cells. So then there's less energy, like less fat cells being transformed into sugar, which means less energy to your muscles. So what happened next? Liver, instead of breaking down your fat cells, will start to using your muscles as a source of energy. What happened next? Instead of losing weight, we're losing our muscles, and that's what we don't want to do. So what is the solution to that? What is the solution to that? Again, nutrition. Why nutrition? Because by eating quality products, by knowing your BMR is your basal metabolic rate. That explains how many calories, how many things you need in your body. But I'm not going to go deeply into that today. I'm going to do another seminar in a week, and I'm going to explain more about nutritional aspects. Let's just focus on that. So we are in our SEM, so we have fat cells. Fat cells are full of toxin. They are covered with water. Your liver cannot access fat cells from here. So what happens then? We have excess of sugar, because you know your muscles doesn't use sugar. What happens when the sugar levels goes up? High blood pressure, high cholesterol. So what happens when this all occurs? Boom, 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 boom. That's where our health levels go down. And ladies and gentlemen, it is scientifically proven that that's the zone we don't want to be in. Okay, that's the zone when most of those chronic disease appears. Now, where do you want to be? You want to be in alkaline zone. And again, it's scientifically proven that once you are in alkaline zone, those things doesn't occur, and level of the chronic disease, it's decreased. Okay, so how that all relate to exercise and nutrition? Ladies and gentlemen, nutrition is crucial. It's crucial when it comes to improving your health. Now, I'm not talking here about having perfect shape or anything like that, okay? That's not today. Today, we're focusing on your health. And that's what I want you to understand, that nutrition has a huge aspect on your health. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not against the doctors or anything like that. I'm just showing you different approach. Now, there's one thing that I didn't mention. Okay, liver, okay? So liver has 500 different metabolic actions. Now, so let's just say your blood level goes down, sugar levels goes down, high cholesterol. What are you doing? You're going to see your doctor. And what is doctors going to do? They're going to prescribe you medications. So I'm going to ask you questions. What would happen to you if you eat 10 or 20 of those pills at once? Overdose, big problem. What would happen to you if you would eat 10, 20 apples? Yeah, nothing would happen to you. You will just end up in the toilet. That's the worst case. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a way to improve that through nutrition. Nutrition has high value products and micronutrients and macronutrients. Those, all of them combined together, they can get rid of that. So what happens when we apply good nutrition and we're going to focus on quality products? First of all, we're going to decrease that. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the water around your fat cells. Bam, water is gone. Okay, when the water is gone, liver has actually chance to access those fat cells. So when the liver has chance to access those fat cells, okay, there's less toxins as well. Now what happened next? Then the liver break down all the fat, transform into sugar and glucose. Then that goes into muscles. So what happened next? When we get rid of those toxins, your lymphatic drainage, it goes faster. We have less toxins in your lymph nodes. Okay, now some of you might think that this is detox or cleanse. Yes, we need to make sure that our body is clean inside in order to absorb the things from the outside. But, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't mean that I want you to go to any health and nutritional shop and get yourself, I don't know, detox tea or things like that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, those things doesn't work. Like, think of it. It didn't take you day, 2, or even months or 2 to get to that state. So it's not going to take you 14 days or 2 months or 3 months to get rid of that. The minimum that you need to do that for is 6 months. Yep, 6 months. And I told you at the beginning of this class that I'm not going to try to be nice. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, is that for everyone? Is that applied to everyone? Of course. It applies to everyone. So again, what we mentioned earlier. So in order to get that going, we need to get into gym. So we need to start exercise. Yes, we need to find the time. Yep, we need to go to gym. We need to start exercise. We need to find the time to do those things. Okay, what else we said? We have gym, time. Okay, we need money. Money. What else? We might need PT. So that's all expenses. Okay, that's all expenses. But ladies and gentlemen, nowadays you have to pay for everything. Doesn't matter where you go. So I'm going to ask you questions. You can either invest in yourself now, do something about it, or you're going to invest in yourself later, but the investment is going to be different because instead of going to the gym, instead of working on your health, you're going to invest into medicine, you're going to invest into doctor appointments and things like that. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming into the end of the seminar, so I'm just going to ask you one more question. If you have any of those concerns or if there's any of those things that we mentioned earlier, like you want to lose a little bit of weight, you want to burn excess fat, you want to improve your energy levels, you want to decrease the level through chronic disease. Yes, this is all possible. You can work with nutritionists. You can work with one of us here, personal trainers. Like I'm qualified nutritionist for athletic performance. So this design, it's not that I got this from my head. I've been working through that same for about 4 years already. Effectively, and that's what the most important thing is. It's an effective, proven routine that can get rid of those concerns for everyone. But is that for everyone? Yes, it is for everyone. Is everyone going to accomplish that? No, because what that's going to take? That's going to take actions. So what are you need to do in order to get that done? You need to tell yourself, look, this is what I'm going to do from start to the bottom. It might get hard, but this is not easy. So the best way to do it is just step by step. Start from the healthy breakfast, add the healthy lunch, add the healthy dinner. Start from exercising 10 minutes a week. Add next week, add 20 minutes a week. Step by step. In order to create a habit, you need to do something consistently. If you're going to do something for one day, you're going to go burn out, and then you might not have energy to get back. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, that's my secrets to flatter stomach. Okay, the secrets to flatter stomach is your health. Once you have healthy body doesn't store excess of fat. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down now. Okay, we're going to wipe that off. Okay, so as I said it at the beginning of the seminar, it is the same like reading the book. You know you're going to read that book, you're going to learn something new. It is the same with everything what I've just explained to you. You can get there, you can start doing that, but you need to do it. You need to actually get it and do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Next week, we're going to do another one, which is called Eat More to Weigh Less. So in the next seminar, we're going to talk more about how your digestion is breaking down the food, okay? So this is your metabolism. The next one is going to be your nutrition, more of the nutrition, more of the digestion. Now, thank you very much. I hope you are safe, hope you are sound. I'm looking forward to see you next week. Thank you very much.